Well, we are starting a new segment where we hear from professionals answering your questions regarding family law. Today, Catherine Egan is here. This segment is sponsored by Bundy Law Office. Hi, Kathleen.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so today we're actually going to be navigating how people can look for a family law attorney. What do we need to know?
So I always tell people when they are starting their divorce process or family law process that it's really important to find an attorney that's a good fit for you. A lot of people start with references from family and friends, and I think that's a good place to start, but I would also encourage people to do some extra research on their own.
Okay.
That would kind of entail looking at websites, looking at whether or not that attorney has the level of experience that you might need for your particular case.
Okay.
If you're going to need a business valuation, have they been trained in that area? Do they have expertise in that? And then also just looking at their credentials. Have they been recognized by their peers? Are they involved in family law institutes, things of that nature?
Okay. So as people are searching, are those things that you mentioned, you talked about credibility, also education, maybe some preferences, are those things that people can find as they're doing their research?
Yeah, so I mean, I would start by looking at an attorney's website,
Okay.
but there are also organizations such as my partner Aaron Bundy and I are both fellows in the American Academy of Matrimonial Lawyers, which is a nationwide organization that does a really intensive vetting process.
Okay.
It involves testing and judge recommendations and peer reviews, so that's a good place to look for an attorney as well.
Okay. What questions should someone that is looking for a family attorney, what are some of those questions that they should be asking during the consultation?
Yeah, so the initial consultation is a really good time to kind of build that attorney-client
Sure.
relationship. I think it's really important. Obviously, you want to talk about the specifics of your case, but you also want to ask that attorney, make sure that they're on board with how you want your case handled. So if you and your spouse have talked and you really want to settle, you want to make sure that that's something that they can accommodate. Also having really tough discussions about finances, making sure that the attorney that you're meeting with is actually going to be the one handling your case, and just kind of getting all of that in line before the representation starts.
Sure. Any other things that you think are important to be discussed during that consultation?
I mean, I think definitely going over the retainer agreement,
Okay.
making sure that you're all on board with how you're going to be billed, who's going to be handling
Sure.
your case is important.
If people have questions and are like, you know what, I think I'm ready for a consultation and would love to reach out to a Bundy Law Office, how can they do that?
Yeah, so you can look at our website. You can also email us at info@bundy.law.
Okay, Kathleen, thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget, we will have these weekly segments every Tuesday answering your questions when it comes to family law.